I'm saying, Patchy, I think we're live. How are you guys? Do you want to come over a little bit, darling? Let me get set up here. There we go. Got my my hot coffee.
She's coffee.
All right, let me just see, guys. I've got to get on an iPad here because I've got the computer set up in the cabin. All right, we are live. Let me get the chat up. We've got a lot to get through. Hang on, here we go. Oh yeah, it's working. We're on. Hang on. Just got to get set up here, guys. I haven't streamed for ages. I used to be a game streamer, for your info. Where's the volume here, darling? How do I turn the volume? Here, I tell you what, I'll pause the video. Why can't I turn it down? Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's have a look. It's 10 degrees in Penrith. Oh, I don't envy you. I should have made myself a mod here, guys, just in case. All right, I'm nearly ready here. Get rid of this. Oh. All right, what do we got here? Go well, go Shell, how are you? Pros and cons, yes, I've got your questions. According to other vloggers, Pattaya is extremely quiet. Yes, I'll comment to that one because we went down some areas. We went to some areas that are traditionally really busy, and I'm just saying that Pattaya was very quiet. It was very quiet. Considering the time of year that we were there, I didn't see many Westerners at all. And I saw a lot of workers hanging around with no clients. Let's just put it that way. I'm talking the bar scene here. I am back in Isan. We are back in the cabin right now, guys. This is the front of one of them. I actually... the situation at the moment is we're based up here in Isan, and I rent 2 little cabins. One we live in and one I'm setting up as a studio. All for the extreme price of 4,000 baht. So I love it up here, guys. It's I'm actually really happy to be here at the moment because we just came off a pretty full-on 6-week tour, and yeah, it's nice to be able to just come home, chill out, and relax. Aussie dollar 23 baht, but prices at hotels probably gone up. The prices aren't too bad. Hotels are okay. Flights have definitely spiked up for sure. Also, I fly Jetstar to Australia and back, or I used to a lot. From Perth, because I could get a direct flight to Bangkok, and they've doubled over the next 6 months. Even in the down season, they're still very expensive. So you got to get in. You got to get in early. Got to get in early. But the prices are definitely affected here. The first thing we noticed were the beer prices went up, and we're talking, you know, what? Went up from 48, 2 baht? 2 baht a bottle, which, you know, it's not a big deal for us, but for the locals it would be. Same here, spent 25 days in Bali early March. How is Bali? Because I don't go to Bali anymore. I gave up on Bali, 8 years ago. It just got too crazy for me. Now, I have got a bit of an agenda for tonight, guys, so I'll stick with it because I've got a lot of information that I want to share with you guys. But before I do that, let me just run in. I've just got to grab something. Hang on.
Nhắn.
2 years ago, 2 days before Christmas, I was eating some ribs. I was back in Australia and I was with my daughter and we were chowing down on some ribs. And I bit down on this piece of meat and it had a tiny little bone in it. And it hit one of my eye teeth right in the middle and it just split. It just went click. And I was like, I'm seriously, it was 2 days before Christmas and I was livid. It was actually one of my favourite teeth and I ended up losing that tooth. And sometimes you'll see it in some of the footage that we do. I forget to put I got this replacement tooth until I can be bothered getting an implant. Grandpa Jeff. Okay, Jeff, how do you explain the success of 344K view video? How do I get rid of this thing here? All right, how do I explain it? A lot of hard work. I've had a fair bit of experience in media, so I had a little bit of a leg up in terms of producing content. All the editing, everything. Just a lot of hard bloody work, Steve, to be honest. What was this? You've got a what? Something's blocking my thingy. Got a flight for 208 plus 159 return. Is that from Perth? Semi-retired. I'd say I'm semi-retired, but obviously YouTube has become a job, and the plan for me was I had enough money to see me for a couple of years, right, until I get to 60. And this was the plan, right? Of course, plans always change. And the whole idea was for me to spend 2 years working on a YouTube channel that I've always wanted to do for years and years and years, but I just never had the time. YouTube requires consistency and it requires a lot of time when you're solo. And I got to a bit of an exhaustive point 2 weeks ago. I hit a wall and I'm going to release a video and I talk about that. Just burnt out, working too hard, guys. Chasing the bloody YouTube algorithm's not an easy task. And for any creators who tune in or chime in, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to be a game streamer years ago and it's very similar. You've just got to be consistent. Same here, Jetstar, spent 25, no cheap direct flights from the East Coast anymore, no. Not cheap, unaffordable. Well, Australia always seems to jump on the bandwagon pretty pretty early in what I've noticed, any sort of global drama, it doesn't take much for the multinationals to jump in on it in Australia, because a lot of the main commodities in Australia are deregulated. They deregulated the fuel industry, when was it? 2000 when they jacked up all the diesel prices. So what they did is they deregulated the fuel industry under the guise that would create more competition. But what it did is allowed the fuel companies to price gouge and price fix, which is why you see fuel going up overnight 40 cents. I mean, no other industry is allowed to do that in Australia, but so we got Fishies from Gold Coast. How are you guys? Fishy, if I miss anyone, guys, just pile on me, all right? So let me get started here, guys. So I wanted to give you guys a channel update because I just want you guys to come along for the journey. So I think being transparent in terms of how the channel's going is really important for me. Politicians lining there, yeah, I know. I try and avoid the topic, but it's very hard not to, especially like I have a daughter who's in her mid-30s, and she called me the other day and said, I'm going to be homeless again. Like her rental agreement ran out, and she's a teacher. She's a professional with a very good rental record, and this business of accommodation in Australia, I can't get over it, guys. And what's with the interest rate rises? I saw that. I'm like, the beauty for me of being over here is I choose to kind of check out of all the drama. But every now and again I see a little bit of information, and I saw they bumped the interest rates up. Are you joking? HM, no, not yet. Cactus, no. 3 interest rate rises already. That's hideous, man. Honestly, come on. ABC also a couple on 180 are struggling. Yeah, that is a real problem. It's a real problem in Australia. And you're going to see, I think you're going to see a lot of, especially our age, going into their late 40s, early 50s, as packing up and leaving the West. I'm running into more and more, even younger crew on our travels. I'm running into heaps of people who are fleeing for the same reason. They're just over it. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a channel update, and I'm going to read it off the page because I don't want to miss any details, right? So I use some analysis tools that help me get my videos where they are. Steve, going back to your question, I do a lot of analytics, man. Like, YouTube isn't just about running around with a camera anymore. It's full on. You've got to understand the algorithm and the analytics. But what I'm going to do is I did a report with my analytics system, and this is the report they gave me, all right? I'm going to read it off the page, and then I'll continue answering questions, all right? And if I miss anything, guys, let me know. All right, I'll do the thoughts on Hua Hin jumped in a minute. I'm from Perth, and I get... Oh, yeah, exactly, Jimmy. I know. You want to hear some of the... You would be surprised. I'm going to do a stream one night, and I'm going to go through all the crazy comments that I get in my channel, like being called like a race trader. I've never heard of that one. I was called someone called me a race trader, and I was like, man, that's ironic that I would be called that, considering the reason why I left had a lot to do with discrimination for myself personally. But let me read off the channel, and then I'm going to answer these questions. Let me read off the script here, guys. So I want to give you a proper update on where the channel is at, because honestly, the numbers still blow my mind. When I launched Aussie Nomad Life, I was sitting in Southeast Asia with a camera, a redundancy payout, and absolutely no idea whether anyone would give a damn about a 56-year-old Aussie bloke starting over again. Turns out they do. We're 8 months into this journey right now. We're sitting at, 8,800 subscribers, and we're close to 800,000 total views in 8 months. Nearly 750,000 people have watched our journey. That's not a small thing, and I don't take it lightly. And I'm serious about that, guys. But here's where it gets exciting. September is our first anniversary. This September, it'll be 1 year. And based on where we're tracking now, we're on course to hit 10,000 subs and 1 million total views, which is pretty awesome for the first year. In our first 12 months, from zero, no agency, no team, just me and a camera, proving it's never too late to start again, guys. And I'm not suggesting you all run out there and become YouTubers, because it's a freaking hard slog. I wouldn't recommend it. It's actually a very hard job. There are easier ways to make money. The income side is real too. This channel is now generating meaningful monthly income. It's not where I want it to be, but obviously we'll get there, obviously. So the income's real. The channel's now generating meaningful revenue, and by September the projections are putting us between 2,000 and 4,000 Australian dollars a month, which is very optimistic. I think I'm averaging about $1,000 a month right now. To be the real numbers are 1,000 a month is what I'm averaging. We had a really good month in January. We had a couple of hit videos which made some good money, but we average that money out. And the other thing, bear in mind, is I'm reinvesting that money on the trips that we take. So when I go on these tours and you see our videos on Jumptin, Pattaya, Hua Hin, well, I'm spending extra money to get out there and shoot those. So that's a cost of sale. So I'll be definitely claiming all of that on tax. It's all part of my job now. So much for semi-retirement, guys. Now let's see if we can catch up with some questions here. I'm trying to juggle everything at once here. Any thoughts on Hua Hin v Jumptin from retirement? My preference at this juncture in my life would probably be, I don't know, Hua Hin is my preference, excuse me. But it's going to come down to finance for me. I'm not writing Jumptin off. I really, really love Jumptin. You work for us now. We want fresh videos every day. My God, I wish. I'm not joking, guys. I hit a wall, and when we got back, I actually had 2 days off, which is quite rare for me. And I'm going to do a video and show you the day in the life of what I do. And I'm not like, oh, poor me. It's really just to let you guys know that I think everyone has this assumption that YouTubers just rock around with a camera, there's no editing required, and you just bung up a movie and it's all happy days. But it's not like that. It's far from the truth. Jeff, how hard was it for you to make the decision to make the move into retirement? Was it terrifying for you to actually make that move? And this is here, Fishy has asked that question. No, it wasn't terrifying for me, because by the time I got to that stage, I had no choice, to be honest. I left Australia because I had no choice, guys. And it's a discussion that I had with my youngest daughter, who's still grappling with it, and I don't blame her. She's in her late teens, and I'm very close to all my kids. I love my kids dearly. And it was hard to explain to her that when you're at my age and you're kind of written off in my industry, the industry that I was in, which was learning design. So I was a learning designer by trade. Still heavily media involved, but learning design was my money earner. And I'm out of the loop now in Australia. Ironically, I've had some offers over here by the local schools who want me to. I've had recruiters approach me to teach over here, and I may take them up on that. I've just got to sort out the tax implications around that. So, no, it wasn't terrifying to make the move, because I had my girlfriend over here. I had all these plans that I had in place that I was going to do a year later anyway. So what happened was the redundancy pushed all my plans forward. And the retirement, yeah, I mean, that was the idea, was for me to just come over here and enlarge it for a couple of years before my super kicks in. But obviously YouTube's keeping me busy and I really enjoy it. I don't think I could just sit around at this stage of my life. I love what I do. I love documenting this country. So yeah, I enjoy it, guys. It's not just for money. The money helps, but it's more about my love and passion for film. I know when we were in Thailand last, we didn't hear anything about the crap that goes on in Australia, and that's Craig has said that. Yep, I agree, and I love it. I think mainstream media has a lot to answer for in our country. I think they've caused a lot of damage over the last 10 years. Mainstream media across the world, and I'm in the business, but I've always been an independent, and I have a serious problem with commercial propaganda and all the rest of the stuff without getting in too deep. Yeah. We want adventure videos like you climbing the tallest mountain in Indonesia without the missus. She only slows you down. We will look at some stuff. We will look at it. Interest rates are only about 4.5 when I was in Perth in the early, yeah, double digit. Yeah, that was a freaky time of yeah. What was that, when the interest rates were up around 18%? Try buying a steak in Australia. No, I actually stopped buying a lot of meat before I left. Thanks to our likes, you should shout us a coffee. Oh, God. Patio can really drain your wallet really fast. Yes, it can. Definitely. What does Patchy think of all of this? Patchy is very social media savvy. What I'll say when I embarked on the YouTube thing, I might actually let me turn the exposure up a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
I got to adjust this. Going back to your question. Yes, Patchy is very social media savvy. These guys live on their phone, right? What's your favourite app, darling? Go on, say it. Which app do you use the most?
Huh?
TikTok or Facebook?
TikTok.
TikTok.
Facebook.
They watch movies on TikTok, everything. They buy stuff on... Like, I had no idea TikTok was so big. But anyway, she's way more social media savvy than me. I hate social media, and coming into the whole YouTube thing, I actually underestimated how social media centric it is. And I had to really sharpen my pencil and lose my... what's the word I'm looking for? My angst towards social media, because I really dislike it. But it's part of the job, so I have to learn to utilise it as much as I can, if that makes sense. Where does Patchy want to live? Patchy wants to live here. She loves it here. Family's here. Yeah, she'd be happy just to stay here. But I've said to her, we're going to get a place down on the coast as well, so we can move back and forward seasonally. That's the long-term plan. Anything you miss about Australia? What do I miss about Australia? Just my family, to be honest. Everything else, it's funny when you do this move, you tend to just, for me it was just turning a switch off, and I did that on purpose, because I wanted to live as close as I could to a local here, so I needed to switch off all all of those triggers. But steak, I love a good steak, guys, all right? Meat is a big thing for me. I'm a meat eater. I love beef. I was on keto for years, which wasn't too bad coming here. I mean, I do miss the beef and the lamb. And the beef and lamb that you can get here is pretty average. I wouldn't buy it. I'd rather just eat the pork and the chicken. Thanks for a genuine and honest reply to my questions. May I ask how hard it was leaving your family, and you touch on talking to your daughter. How did that go? Yeah, it was very hard, man. I was always a family man. I always looked after all of my girls and my son. I got 3 girls and a boy. Love all my kids dearly, and they mean a lot to me. So leaving them behind, yeah, it was a big decision, and you know, I'll always miss them. You always miss your kids, no matter what. But once the money starts flowing in, I'm going to do quarterly trips down there and just, you know, stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. Just joined Dave from Chiang Mai. Been a while since we caught up near your place. Your channel has grown well. Thank you, Dave. Dave, is that the Dave that I caught up with up here? Large fish it was. We just got. Now, let me just finish up here, guys. Did you guys have any questions about the channel? We'll move through this. Did you have any questions about the actual functionality of the channel, and is there anything you wanted to know about how we moved as fast as we did? Happy to answer that. You want to go?
Yeah.
Someone wants to go and cook, guys.
Bye.
Say see you to Patchy for now. She'll come back if you've got any questions, but
Bye.
she wants to go, and she's an amazing cook and just loves cooking. And it's not for me, trust me, because most of the stuff she cooks, I can't eat it. It's too much. It's not easy raising 4 kids. No, it's not. And oh, you just finished a bad smoky season. Yeah, I got a little bit of that around here, but it's not. I haven't really noticed it. I did get a little bit in, actually, when I was in Bangkok a week ago. It was almost like hay fever. I just had an itchy nose all the time, and I reckon it's definitely from the pollution for sure. When I was in Thailand, had some buff, still getting out of my teeth. Must say I don't miss eating beef. Give me Aussie beef anyway. Yes, yeah. There is beef, you can buy it, it's all frozen. It's like living up in the bloody Pilbara. I used to live up in the Pilbara when I was a kid, and back then everything was frozen. Yeah, it's just the way it is. I'm not too precious when it comes to food, to be honest, guys. Do you plan regular live streams? If you guys are going to come and join the live streams, I will do a live stream. I would do one a week. Now let me try and stick to the agenda here, guys. So we've had some sponsorship offers, guys, which is where the money's at in the YouTube game. But most of them they're like affiliate sponsorship. So you're really relying on sales. Now, I've said to a lot of these sponsors, I'm not interested because the amount of work that's involved for kind of like a commission, I'm not interested in that crap. If they're interested in mid-roll ads, I'll happily plug their product in the middle of a video and take a fixed price for it. But I just don't have time for any of the affiliation stuff. It's a lot of work. Afternoon storms are not here yet, and I don't think they're going to come today. So It's getting on. It's getting dark, actually. It's 5:56. I'll turn a light on out here in a minute. So where are you staying now? I'm in. I'm about half an hour out of Nong, guys. Are you staying where you're looking to relocate within Thailand? Yes, because Patchy, this is Patchy's hometown. I won't reveal exactly where we are, guys, for her privacy. But this is her hometown. Her village is the next village. And I like it here because we've got the Mekong River is literally, I can throw a rock into the river from here. But I don't mind it up here. It's chilled. It's affordable. I don't mind being based up here. I can get a really nice place cheap. I can run a studio here. I can do everything I want to do. And then when I need to go out and go on the road and do all these locations for you guys, then I do that and come back. One a week, same time would be great. Yeah, if you guys want to tune in, like I said, I used to game stream 5 nights a week and I was working full time. I don't mind streaming. I'm used to streaming, so as long as it's meaningful for you guys and I can bring something to the table, I'm happy to keep doing these live streams. I like them. Have I purchased a bike yet? No, not yet. I'm actually looking at maybe leasing a car. There are some really cheap lease deals in Pattaya. There was one I saw, someone sent me one the other day, 12,000 baht a month. And it'll be for, it won't be a brand new car, but it came with premium insurance, all the rest of it. So until I settle down, I think I might lease a cheap car. Aussie beef, yes, love the Queensland beef especially. Perhaps you might visit Cone, how do you pronounce that? Konkan, at some point and give your viewers the opinion. Sounds like a great place. So Peter, is that the place that's south of Hua Hin? Just confirm that first, because I am going to go to all of these places. Do you do any gaming when you're bored? Yes, I do, Fishy. I love game. I'll play whenever the opportunity arises. I was actually playing 7 Days to Die today because I'm not joking, guys, and I'm not just pulling strings here, but I've been working way too hard, and I've actually bought a whiteboard and I've written down strict hours, how many hours I'm going to put into each project, and then I've given myself some play time to play my damn video games, all right? Because I love it. I used to play Daisy, Star Citizen, all of the hardcore survival MMOs I love. Agree, where you live is a nice, affordable for a base to travel from. Yes, it is a beautiful place. And you know what? It's not just the place. The people are freaking amazing, guys. I can't say, I can't say it enough how wonderful these people are. They're just so chilled. I'm not used to it. I'm used to being in a highly strung city like Perth. Everyone's like, seem to be wired there, you know. Everyone's just trying to survive. Do you watch and catch up with other Aussie bloggers in Thailand that are in your areas? Some. I don't get a lot of time. There is a handful of guys, and I've made some recommendations on my YouTube channel. And what I've done is I've got some vloggers and creators there that would, I think would, they would add some value to mine as well. And they're guys like Keys Ones, the young guys. We got, who else we got? Cal, he's very informative. Check it out. It's on the website anyway, guys. There's Wazza. How are you, Wazza? Speaking of editing, we got your show coming soon. South of Udon Thani. Ah, okay, Peter. I'll check it out, Peter. Who are the other vloggers over there that I look at? There's quite a few of them, but again, I just don't have time. And I try and tune into the real positive stuff. I'm not into all the bloody drama guys, you know. I'd rather be that positive channel, and because I want to motivate you guys, and it's all about positivity. And it's too easy to start looking at all the negatives. I think life's hard enough without having a... I get on YouTube because I like to escape all the negativity. I'm not into that toxic scene, you know what I mean? Sammy, yeah, I love young Sammy. He's back in Bangkok. Good on you, Was. I hope it's... how's the weather down there? Without money? Well, because sometimes people are desperate, guys. Sometimes people come out here because they're desperate. I think you just got to be careful, though. I mean, I think about when I left, I was given a little window of opportunity because the money that I had, I could have easily blown in 6 months in Australia in terms of just living costs. So I had a small pocket of opportunity to get the hell out, like just not wipe my life clean, but just deal with all the material stuff for starters. That was a freaking nightmare, guys. Like you have no idea. If you wanted to just leave the world behind, your world behind, it's going to take you months just to deal with your crap, all this material shit that we seem to accumulate, and it started here. I've just noticed all the crap I'm starting to accumulate here, so I've got to be really careful. And guys, get over to Waz's channel and give him a follow as well. He's a friend of the channel, and he's a vlogger from Bangkok. Come out with no money. Aussie, Palmy and Paradise went through a rough trot. Yeah, because a lot of people are doing pretty much what I did, guys. They found a pocket of opportunity. Sammy probably did the same. He went for 2 years. And the only problem with Sammy is the visa system caught up with him, and they're changing them like bloody underwear over here, so you've got to keep on top of it. Now, let me try and stick to this agenda here, guys. And so I've explained the sponsors. Yeah, unless people want mid-rolls, I'm not really interested. So we've had 2 videos go viral in the last 3 months, including one that's sitting over 340 views, 340k, which isn't bad at all. So this is what the analysis said, all right, about the channel. Compared to the broader retire in Thailand and expat life genre, you are currently the breakout specialist. While you're not the largest channel in terms of raw subscribers yet, your efficiency is significantly higher than most veterans. You are effectively punching above your class, and this was always my goal. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to come into this really super competitive and do my best and use every trick in the book I could to try and make our videos engaging. Had a spot of rain which lasted 10 minutes, but caught it on video. I was shooting, nice. Do you ever cook for Patchy or take it to an Aussie style? Yes, I do, Craig. I will cook her spaghetti. They like the spaghetti, keep it simple. And when I get back to Australia with the ingredients over there, I'll be able to cook her a meal. So the news there, guys, I'll wait till the end because we've got some news for you. So I just want to get through the channel crap. You want a direct, Jeff, or a digital? I'm on a digital Nomad visa, DTV. I got it in 3 days, and I applied when I was in Vietnam. Amazing efficiency by the Thai government in terms of their visa. You know what? You hear all these videos about everyone moaning about the visa systems over here. It's the best system I've ever experienced, guys. Why don't you try try this one. Try getting your Thai girlfriend a holiday visa to Australia and put that into context. Because they can take up to 3 months, it's $200 and you're not guaranteed. And I actually know a lot of guys who got knocked back. Hi from Tassie, Clint. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Now, going back to our channel, it says, where you rank in the YouTube hierarchy of this niche, you are currently in the rising star high growth tier. So they're saying, I won't go through all the other tiers. I'm in the rising disruptor category. They're saying a 10 to 50k subs. That's where I'm at. You're outperforming many channels in tier 2 for monthly views. But anyway, going forward, hopefully I'm going to, you know what, it's a fickle business, guys. Honestly, YouTube is more fickle than, my God, the film industry when I was in the film industry. But you've just got to persevere and chip away at it. Like for me, where my anxiety comes into it is I'm always pushing for perfection. I don't want to roll out garbage. But doing it all yourself is a lot of work. Like when I was a film director, I'm used to having 50 cast and crew around me. Where here, I'm doing everything from sound, camera, this, that, writing, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. And again, I love doing it. So it's not a complaint. It's just, it's not a cakewalk. That's a walk in the park. Let's just put it that way. All right, where was I? Going forward. So I already explained to you guys how I reinvest some of that money and go on trips to make videos. So I'm going to be heading out to Udon Thani, and I want to do a video on that next. A little bit of a insight for you guys. So that'll probably be my next video and last one I do in Thailand before we head to Australia for 3 weeks. We're heading it down there for 3 weeks. And yes, I got Patchy a visa. And the other thing that I wanted to mention, guys, is I don't use visa agents either in Australia or here. I do them all myself, okay? They've all been successful. So, yeah, if you ever need any help or any consultation, I am going to be tacking on a consult business on the back end of this, and I'll get to that in a minute, all right? We need to talk, you need to talk about Albo. He gets anyone back in the country. God, let's not go there. Let's not go there. I find Generation is more creative than the smaller Thai vloggers. Hopefully I'm on an upward. Thank you. I really try my best. I try and do a bit of both. I'm trying to weave a little bit of my personality in there, not just be so robotic with the narration, but I do love kind of the old school doco style, so that's probably where my influence is. There's 70,000 overstays in Australia, yet they target Thai women. Well, I don't think it's them targeting, it's they're excluding certain countries. Which is surprising considering how many Australian men have got relationships up here. I mean, surely, I'm going to do some research and come up with some data about that because one thing, if you don't know, guys, is that Australia has a welfare treaty system, okay? So we have a welfare treaty with 20 countries in the world. And I've been dying to, I'm gonna talk to you guys about this in terms of our pension later on, and how you can use the welfare treaty to claim your pension overseas. It's not something that's talked about. I've researched really hard into it and come up with it. I'm still digging into that, but we have a welfare treaty with 20 countries. India is the biggest one. And I think Japan and South Korea's in there. Why they don't have Thailand in there is beyond me, but that's another video. But look into it, welfare treaty, and what that means is the 20 countries that we have a treaty with, they can come to Australia and claim their pension back home living in Australia, and we can do the same. That's how it works. But no one actually talks about that. All right, so what I wanted to, going forward, guys, I wanted to mention that I'm going to, and tell me what you think about it, I'm going to set up, I want to do some just personal consults on the back end. Charge a small fee for a 1-hour consult for anyone who just wants some motivation, who wants some inside information, and if there's some information that I can dig up for you over here, I'd be happy to do it. So, and of course, if you're a member of the channel, you'll get a discount. All right, I've got to do this, guys. I gotta make some money here somehow. You got quoted 15K. Hang on, I'll have a look. So that's the idea. I'm going to set up a back end. I'm going to do a bit of a blog for each location and actually have the information down there, and then I'll have the consult option there for anyone that just wants to look into coming over here or moving over to Southeast Asia. I'm sure it'll be, trust me, it'll be worth your money. Around $50 an hour consult seems. $50? Come on, mate. $50. The other thing I'm focusing on, guys, I want to build the membership section and put some effort into that. I know a lot of YouTubers have Patreon and all these other platforms, but I'm trying to keep everything housed under YouTube because it's a bit of a hassle, you know. I don't want to go to Patreon. I have set it up, but it's a lot of work moving all that data over to there. I would rather just keep it with YouTube. Within YouTube, if anyone wants to support me, they can buy a membership. It's like $5 a month or whatever, because the advertising money isn't consistent. So you're always looking at ways to pick up $1 or $2 here. It's my job now, so I have to throw it out there. So I want to focus on making an exclusive membership section within YouTube and give you guys some value. All right, some value add. I was thinking maybe $250 an hour, something around that, guys. And let me know what you think. What is your visa agents, what are they charging you, etc.? I know they're not cheap, and I actually think they're not worth it, but anyway. And they're really clamping down on these visa agents, guys. I know there's been some nefarious business going on within those agencies, but yeah, you just got to be careful with them. So yeah, so the membership section I'm going to work on, and I might even do a subscriber live stream. I think we'll do subscriber only. I'm definitely not opening it up. The other thing I was going to do is I've got 2 feature films that I'm going to put behind a paywall in the membership section. So if you guys are interested in paying to watch my video, because I've got the rights back on 2 of my feature films, I own the exclusive rights. But it's very hard. I had it on one of my other YouTube channels, but it got demonetized because of the adult content. So my answer to that is I'm going to upload the movies on Aussie Nomad Life in the membership section. If you want to just pay $5 just to watch 2 of them and then bail out the next month, that's what it's for, okay? It's really just to throw a couple of really good movies out there. And the promise I'll make you too is if you do pay to watch my movies. If you don't like them, I'll give you your money back, all right? Right, let me answer these questions, guys. I know I've got through some of it, but now I've written down the questions. Go well, go Shell. You said best visa agent and best 6-month visa. I've never used an agent, and I wouldn't waste my money myself. Hang on, I'm going to turn the light on. But I can, if you're really interested in using an agent, I can look into that for you over here, because I would go with local agents. Now, for a 6-month visa, the tourist visa, the single entry tourist visa with an extension for 60 days is your best option, all right? So you can get a single entry. It's a SETV, it's called, and it has 60 days, an extension, 60 days on entry, plus 30-day extension at immigration. So I think you get your 60 days, and then you can apply for 30 days, all right? So it says, then do a border run and repeat. Multiple tourist entries, METV, best for full 6 months. Valid for 6 months. Each entry 60 days. So what does that mean? You can get multiple entry for 6 months, pay it up front, and then after 2 months you extend it. I think you can extend it for 30 days. I might have to do a video on this. Yes, Peter. Peter, I'm actually going to do some videos on creating income over here, because I don't want to just, it's not just about retirees. I want to open it up to everybody who wants to get out of the West and work over here. So I've had this question asked many, many times. How can we make money? How can we come over here? How do we do it? And yes, Keezy has got some great stuff, guys. I've got his links down the bottom of my page, so jump on there. There's a couple of other channels that got some good info. But again, don't hesitate, guys. Send me, if you want me to make a video on these topics, let me know and we'll do it. Keys One's dad got serious money. Good on him. Well, he's doing all right. He does all right, mate. He does all right. Peter, 5,300, who's a member? Thank you so much for our 2 members. We've got 2 members, by the way, guys. So those of you who aren't members, you're dragging your bloody feet. But thank you so much for Peter. And he's asked, fellow Aussie here, looking to semi-retire there soon. What's the main difference of living up in Isan, like Udon Thani, versus somewhere in Hua Hin? I would say the places are polar opposites. There's a massive difference in price. Obviously, it's cheaper up here. Massive difference in lifestyle, housing, and the expats. So it is a total opposites, and it's going to come down to you personally. But for me, I want the best of both worlds, and I'm going to get that. So my goal is to have my base up here, and then I spend 6 months down in either Hua Hin or Jomtien on the beach, playing some golf and doing whatever. Enterprise in Thailand. Yes, definitely, Peter. No. So get over to Keezy. But I am going to start looking at realistic ways to make money, guys, for us at our age. Not just, like YouTube's the last thing I would recommend you do. Because unless you have experience, it's a very competitive, hard market. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't have the experience and the efficiency of pumping out the videos, and I'm still too slow. I still spend way too much time. I wouldn't do it. I would probably be teaching. What I would be doing is I would be teaching Chinese students remotely. And I've met a lot of guys here that do that because there's more money in it, teaching to China. Sadly, they just don't pay a lot here. And it's not that I wouldn't do it. I would consider doing some relief work. I have had some offers, so I am thinking about it. If you're still working, you can put up to 30K into super combined. Best thing to buy and go private. Only problem is there's no tax benefits for me. If I'm earning under 30,000, there's no tax benefits for me to put money into super. That's what my accountant just told me. I just did my tax. Ironically, guys, you wouldn't believe this, man. After everything that's said and done, I'm over here on the bones of my ass. I got a tax bill this year over Medicare levy, some Medicare levy crap. And I just thought it was ironic that that was the final blow, the kick in the ass on the way out the door. Here's this bill. I've never been to the hospital once. I've never used a free doctor. Yeah, it's just funny stuff. Half in udon and half in Hua Hin. Definitely, Peter, if you like your golf and you like to chill in the country. Yeah, self-funded. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you know a lot more than me, Wazza, and we've got a video coming out on Wazza soon, guys. He's an expat living in Bangkok, and we're going to share about how he survived over there, and he up and left as well. All right, Swooty, are you still there? Where's bloody Swooty? Is he there? He says, I've been living in Asia for 20 years, classic story, went for 3 years, stayed for 20. Now, the thing I don't understand is why so many people retire poor in Australia and don't go to Asia. And I reckon, and what Sweetie did say is what I love about your channel is how you convey that sense of adventure and endless possibilities from a no-nonsense Aussie bloke. Well done. Thank you, Sweetie. I try and do my best there. And I reckon people live in fear in Australia. They're too afraid to make the move. We've been programmed to bow to materialism, and we're also have been programmed through fear. The government have been doing it for years, using fear to keep people on the mill, you know. It's like the mouse wheel. Anyway, that's what I would say to that. Self-retired. I wish I don't feel like I'm retired, Wazza. I'm working 8 hours a day minimum. Are you keeping your Aussie residency? Right now, Fishy, I have to keep my Aussie residency because I'm I self-manage my super. So there's some things that I have to do to keep my tax and residency status going until I up and leave. And I will. I'm going to get to a point where I'm probably going to cash up and get out. All right, let's have a look. So, Swooty, that's your answer for Swooty. I think people are fearful, and the governments are very good at doing that, putting people in a constant state of fear. And the fact that they've raised interest rates in the last year during a bloody war and all the rest of it, give me a break. What does that say, guys? Who are they working for? What? All right, now Richard Kelly, 9768, asks, what foods, drinks do you miss from Australia that you can't get in Thailand? Well, a good steak I haven't had yet over here. I do miss, hang on, guys, there's a few mozzies out here. I'm going to have to spray it up. I missed my decaf coffee beans. I can't get them here. And I've been on the caffeine. I went off the caffeine for a couple of years. I was starting to get anxiety from caffeine, and I just went off it, and it worked wonders. So I've been smashing the coffee over here because I can't get decaf. I still love coffee, but I had my own espresso machine. I would buy the expensive beans and all the rest of it, but I just can't get them here. What else? That's about it, really. I don't really miss much of the food over there. Look, every now and again I'll buy some bread. Like I'm pretty much 90% Thai diet, but every now and again, if my stomach gets a bit dodgy, eating too much, I'll have to go and buy some bread, or I'll make a spaghetti or some simple Western meal. All right, we got some more questions. Go well, go shell. You've asked about the tax structure. I'm not going to go into that just yet until I get some more information, all right? Aussie v Thailand and dating girls. Now, what's the question? What question would you like to know about dating Thai girls? You've said the difference. Is that what you're asking? Homeowners getting absolutely pummeled in Oz. Yes, they are, man. Absolutely pummeled. And I was there with you, and technically still am, guys. But I can't afford to rent back in Australia right now. Absolutely not. I'm going to go and grab some spray, guys. I've lost my chat here. I've lost me chat. Where are you? Hang on, I'm going to go grab some spray. Yeah, got to watch the mozzies here, guys. They love me. I've got my jeans on out here because it's a bit wet, and got to watch the dengue. It is up here, so just got to be mindful. All right, hang on, guys. I'm just trying to find my chat. Where did the bloody chat go? Is that it? No. Oh man, I'm such a freaking noob here. All right, I'll use my phone. Oh, we're talking about dating. Let me get the chat up on my phone here, guys. Sorry, guys. I just got to open it up on the old phone. Oh, there's ads. All right, where's me chat? Where's me chat? Sorry, guys. I've lost my chat. Oh, there it is. Got it. I'm back. Do you get anxiety when you're filming in public for your videos? No, I don't. I'm used to it, Fishy. I have no problems whatsoever. It took me a while to get used to filming myself. I'm used to being behind the camera. I'm not used to being in front of it. So, you know, I'm getting better at that and getting better at the voiceover and that sort of whole presentation. The other thing, the side note, guys, is I'm an absolute bloody retard when it comes to remembering lines. And that's why actually I used to act for a long time, and then I got out of acting and moved into directing because I was just horrible at remembering lines. So that's always a challenge. Try Big C for decaf. I've tried them, couldn't find it. Could not find it. The only time I found decaf was at, I found it in Hua Hin, and it was 500 baht for a little bag. It was very expensive. Now, I don't have my laptop, I'm going to actually set up, if we do these streams, guys, I'm going to set up in the next cabin so we don't have to deal with the weather out here. Because I've got the computer set up inside in an air-conditioned cabin, and I've got my cable running out here to my camera, and I'm running this old HD camera out here. Drink Nescafe. I can't drink. Are you talking about the powder coffee? I can't drink powder coffee. I'm a bloody coffee snob, mate, when it comes to coffee. I hate using I'm the same. The only reason I got the mobile, because I've got my notes on here, so I know, so we don't drift off track here. I'm trying to be organised and have an agenda for you guys. So, and I think we've pretty much got through all of it, except for the dating Thai girls. You know what? This question comes up all the time, and it was funny when I first started coming out here. I got all those stereotype comments, even from my family, like, "Oh, you old man chasing the young women and blah blah blah." But it was never about that, guys. I'll be honest. I struggled dating in Australia, and I'll explain why. And I'm not going to generalise and say that all the Australian women are like this, but at our age, there was a lot of anger. It was resonating off their profile pages. I'd never landed a date because people were just too angry. All the women seemed like they were just too jaded and too angry. And you know, when you hear something in a profile saying, "Oh, I don't want anyone who's got any luggage or baggage," I'm like, man, who doesn't have baggage at 50, right? And so, I don't know, I struggled in Australia. What I love about the Thai girls, and always have, is just their sense of humour, their sense of adventure, the can-do attitude. It's just a different culture. It's a different experience, and it's something that I really enjoy, and it suits my personality. How I get treated and how I treat my girlfriend just suits us as individuals. We are really into each other. We're into each other, and we have a lot of respect for each other, and we know what our roles are in the relationship as well. Like, you know, we've just been hanging out. We're friends first and foremost. Great results tonight, with One Nation winning their lower house seats in the election, Shane Spencer says. I am a bit disconnected with all of that, Shane, but I will have a little look-see into that, because I'm very interested in to see what's going to happen. I think you're going to get a bit of a wave, but I actually think that all the elections are rigged in all the West. And anything that goes through a computer system, I'm sorry, they're rigged. And I don't know for the like of me how Labor got in the last election, because I don't know anyone who voted for Labor. So it just seemed a little weird that they kind of blew the election over it at 70 to 75, 80%. Like, it was huge. But anyway, I don't want to get into politics because, to me, the whole system's rigged and it's pointless. It's totally pointless. All they're doing is splitting our community in half and creating division. And they're freaking useless. They're just administrators. They're not government anymore. I still get visitors on my channel desperately trying to save me from my partner choice. Yeah, well, you'll always get that, armchair specialists everywhere, but Aussie women tend to be very adversarial. I think that's a Western thing. I think that's just something that's been programmed with years and years of social media and media propaganda, guys. As a media expert, that's my observation. Since I've been alive, I've seen it slowly drip into our society, and then it got aggressive in the last 10 years, very aggressive. Flipping our whole culture on its back and guilting everyone out of their comfort zones. Let's put it that way. You always got to be on edge, you know. Jaded is the word. I'm 56 on the Gold Coast and I don't even bother anymore. Yeah, that's just what I don't know. I would love some females to come in and talk to us, and I will do something around that, because I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be that guy, saying that, that dating in Australia is impossible. It's not. And I'm sure if you persevere, you'll find a wonderful partner. But for me personally, I knew what I wanted. I was very clear what I wanted in a relationship, and I made that very clear in my dating profile. And I guess when Patchy saw it, she agreed with it, and she wanted the same, and she was willing to come along for the ride. Do I need to turn my exposure up? But it's sad, it's kind of sad that we're in this kind of state, but it is what it is, guys. That's why if you're not being looked after, you leave. And that's same with relationships, man. I was in a relationship for 10 years longer than I should have been, and bless my ex, bless her soul. She's a very good friend of mine still. We still have a good relationship, but we were just kicking the can down the road for 10 years for the kids. So we kind of did ourselves an injustice. Here we are thinking we were doing the right thing for the kids, and we were, but there's a cost that comes. There's a price that you pay for that. So, all right, guys, unless anyone has any other questions, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm happy we had 25 people come through tonight, so that's a very good start for our first stream. I remember when I was on Twitch, I think it took me, how long? It took me months to get 25 people, but the numbers are showing, and I know that we have our regulars, and I'm trying to build up my regular base, and you guys are part of that. You guys are the ones that are in the comments solid, and you keep the algorithm ticking over, and I really appreciate you guys, and I'm trying to keep it real for yous. How's Patchy's English and you do yourselves using translator? Yes, we still use translator. Her English has come a long way. My Thai's come a little way. And the news that I was going to say to you guys is we were successful in her visa to Australia, and we're heading down in June. So early June, I'll be off to Australia for a month, and I'm going to be taking the camera, and we're going to be doing some living comparisons. I'll go to my couple of my hometowns, and I will give it the Life Fit score, and we will compare it to Thailand, and we'll put it to the test. What do you reckon, guys? And if there's anything you guys, any sort of content you want, let us know. I'm happy to deliver, all right? And also, anyone that's in the area that wants to do an interview or anything like that, I'm always looking for some experience that we can share with the community. So now, has anyone got any more questions before we leave you lovely people for your Saturday night? I'm going to go and play 7 Days to Die. Any gamers? Any of you guys play games out there? Let me know. And guys, don't hesitate to join members, all right? I'm going to make exclusive content for you guys, for the members, and I'm working really hard to get the community and the membership side working for us. I think it's like $5 a month, but every penny helps, all right? It all helps. Come play Windrose. Woz is a big gamer, yes, he is. Good luck and stay safe. Thank you, Peter, and thanks for everyone tuning in. You guys are legends. Again, I know who all our regulars are, and I really appreciate you guys. And look, I'm here. What I really take pride in, guys, is if I can motivate one of you to make the move, then I'm going to feel very happy about what I do, because it's not just about me being over here bragging about some unreal life that I live, because it's just not like that. We all know that. But what I like to do is motivate people to make that move. If you're not happy, make the move. Start putting the plans in place, because it's not that hard. All you need is some other expats that can coach you along, and that's, think of it like that, If I can coach you along out there and get you guys moving along and find that, find that void that you're looking for, because we're all in the same boat, It's a pirate game, kicking the can down the road. That's what we do, man, and you can fall into that trap pretty easy. And I think living in the West can be like that as well. I look at Australia as a bad relationship. I mentioned that in some of my videos, but I looked at Australia was a bad relationship. I was being abused in that relationship, and it was time to leave. I'm moving, will be to Laos. Hang on, I've got this stupid heart icon that covers my text. They got to fix their app here, the old YouTube. All right, Groovers, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to love you and leave you. You take care. I'll look at my schedule, and if you guys want to hang out, a couple of hours a week or something, we'll look into that and make sure that we get things moving along. But yeah, Laos is a good option, guys. Anywhere in Southeast Asia is a better option than Australia right now, I have to say. I'm sorry. It's the truth. We're all getting screwed. That's the reality, and I can't really put it any other way. And if you disagree with that, then so be it. Stick your head in the sand. I'm going to be living my life over here and enjoying it. So on that note, you guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video. All right. Chowie. I've got to get up and turn the stream off. You're moving there in August to retire. All right. Well,